Rolling. All right. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much for being a part of the interview and signing up. As you know, we would like to know some things about fandom and the idea of fandom, and I'm really interested in what you have to say. So, you are a big fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, is that correct?
Yes, it is. I
So,
mentioned it in the song.
yeah. So, when how did you get to know the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Do you remember the first time that you heard them?
Like the very first time, I can't really like define it because Red Hots were always around because my father he used to listen to that classic rock stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I heard them when I was a little kid.
You've grown up with it.
Yes, sort of with that kind of music. I did grow up with that, and the moment when I started to listen to them more, it was probably like in the seventh grade. So when I was about 12, 13 years old. Yeah.
And then in seventh grade, you sort of got into them more. So before
Yeah.
you were like a casual listener,
Yes.
and then after seventh grade, you sort of got into them more. And
Yeah, I started to listen to them on a daily basis, not only when it happens to be there.
so you'd say that from seventh grade, you actually became a fan,
Yes.
and before that, you were a casual listener.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's talk about that. What do you think is the difference between a fan and a listener? So you would call yourself a fan. What do you think separates yourself from somebody that just likes the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Okay, I think one of the main points is that I listen to all of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, like old and new ones also, and I really enjoy almost all of the songs. And the other thing that separates me from just like casual acquainted listeners would be like that I read the biography of like Kiedis,
Oh.
the main vocalist, yeah, and I really enjoy getting to know stuff about them, which is not only their music, but like what inspires them to write songs and
So
stuff like
besides
that.
just listening to the music, you're invested into the whole
Yeah.
background and the band and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Um, so but do you think like that it's the extreme interest in the band that does that impair your judgment of the band? So that, for example, if they make a new album, that you are going to like it anyway because you're a fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean, but I wouldn't completely agree with your statement. I think it does have a huge impact that you're a fan because you know more stuff than just like random listener who just knows a few songs. And because you know more, that's why I would say you can judge better because you have something to compare it with and you have like things that you like about the band, about the sound and stuff like that. And then when the new album comes out, you can compare it to the older albums and like say what you like in it and what you don't.
So you think that instead of having impaired judgment, you actually have a better judgment
Yeah.
of the band. All right, that's a fair point to make. Let's talk about the fan experience as a social idea. Do you think like there's a social part about you being a fan? Do you talk to other fans? Do you like go on online forums maybe or
I
Facebook groups?
wouldn't say that. Like I'm not really into that internet community, like if that's what you mean. But
Yeah.
I would say like the social role that plays the most in my life would be that, for example, when I go places with Red Hot Chili Peppers t-shirt on or like a jumper on or something like that, then people notice that, and if the person is a fan, like he can also come up and be like, oh shit, you like them, and yeah, so stuff like that. I would say this is like the biggest social influence. Like when you meet people in real life who are also fans of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So you feel there's a sense of community
Yeah,
through
sort
the
of.
fandom.
Yeah. Because like
So that
with
you
a
could
random person,
relate to
yeah.
somebody that you
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, to the random person because of the same likes.
Right, and that's a good part about fandom, right?
Yeah.
There's one more thing I'd like to know, and it's do you also create your own fan content about the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No.
You don't. You don't write poems?
No.
No. No fan fictions? No. All right. Well, then I'd like to say thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Likewise.